ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, I see you didn't want the camera.
Because he's smart.
Alright.
Smart.
To a degree. Alright. Will you give me 100 on this test for
This is easy.
Somebody told me that y'all did some of this last year.
Yeah, but
There was a
formula to figure out. You don't have it, I remember.
I need you to quiet down. Pay attention to what's going on. Okay? Alright, this is 4A, arithmetic sequences. Let's look at an example. 2, 11, 20, 29, and 38. Okay? A sequence is defined as being arithmetic if the distance in between each value is the same, meaning they have a common difference. If I can say 11 minus 2 is equal to 9, and I can say 20 minus 11 is equal to 9, and 29 minus 20 is equal to 9, and 38 minus 29 is equal to 9. If all of those equal 9, and the common difference is 9, then the question is going to say, is it arithmetic? And the answer is yes. Okay? That's the first part. Okay? You're going to have to tell me, is it arithmetic? In just a minute, you're going to have to tell me, is it geometric? But for right now, is this sequence arithmetic? And the answer is yes. Then you're going to have to tell me what D equals. What do you think D stands for?
Difference.
The difference. Okay? Or you could say the distance. How far is the distance from here to here? It went up 9 each time. Okay? As long as that's common and every single interval is equal to 9, then you have an arithmetic sequence. D is equal to 9. Okay? Very straightforward, very easy to grasp. Let's look at another. 4, 8, 16, 22, and 32. So is it arithmetic? And then what is D?
Let people figure it out.
Is that 22? 22. 4, 8, 16, 22, and 32. So is it arithmetic? No, it is not. Why not?
Because it's added different numbers each time.
The difference is not the same. What is this distance? 4. What is this distance? 8. Right there, you can stop and say no, and there's no D. If it's not arithmetic, then there is no D. Arithmetic, there is no D. You don't even have to worry about it. Okay? Questions? Alright, so let's look at geometric. Please be quiet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Before it says recording it on YouTube.
Yeah, she's not into it.
Alright, we switch gears and we talk about geometric sequences. Let's look at an example. 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. Here we're looking for a common ratio. The distance is not the same. Right? 4 to 8 is 4, 8 to 16 is 8, 16 to 32 is 16. It seems like you would figure out what you're multiplying by, but that's not it. Watch and pay attention. You have to come up with a ratio. The ratio is, you're going to say 8 over 4 is equal to 16 over 8 is equal to 32 over 16 is equal to 64 over 32. If all of those work and they are the same ratio, then the answer is it geometric? And the answer would be yes. Okay? Why? Because 8 over 4 is 2, 16 over 8 is 2, 32 over 16 is 2, 64 over 32 is 2. R, in this case, what do you think R stands for? The ratio in this case would be 2. Ratio is 2. Okay, so arithmetic, you're looking for a common distance. Geometric, you're looking for a ratio. Okay? Let's look at another example. They like to use bigger numbers on these too, so you can't do them as in your head as readily. Okay. First question, bless you. First question is going to say, is it geometric? Is it arithmetic? Is it neither? Right? It might be A, B, C. It could look like this. A is arithmetic, B is geometric, and C might be neither. CPS, you might have to pick one. Okay, what do you think it is? Geometric. All right. Well, if it's geometric, then you need to be able to tell me what R equals. Well, the way you get R is you say 24 over 6, which better be equal to 96 over 24, which better be equal to 384 over 96. Each one of those ratios equals the same thing. Right? If you do this on your calculator, 384 over 96, 96 over 24, or 24 over 6, what do you get? Positive 4. Okay, so the ratio. If any of these ratios wouldn't work, if you got 4 here and 4 here, but here you simplified and you got 4 over 3, then it's not geometric. It would be neither. Okay, good question. Anybody else? Corey? You have a question? I thought you had a question. Anybody else? A would be arithmetic. See, this is how I'm going to pose the question on the test. I'm going to give you these numbers and I'm going to say, is it arithmetic, is it geometric, or is it neither? A, B, C. You would pick one of the three. If it's geometric, then you need to be able to tell me what the ratio is, and the ratio in this case was positive 4. Okay, does that make sense? If it's arithmetic, what are you going to have to tell me? You're going to have to tell me the D. I don't know how we're going to figure that out on CPS, but you need to be able to tell me that.
Don't have to do it on CPS.
Sing when the bell rings, sing. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm not sure how we're going to type this in, but you need to know if it's arithmetic, then you're looking for D, the common distance, or you could say the difference. If it is geometric, then you're looking for the ratio. Okay? If it's neither, then it's neither. Okay? An example of neither would be this. Right? We did this yesterday. Positive 1, negative 1, and so on and so on. Right? That would be an example of neither.
So you don't have to work anything out on neither?
No. You'd have to work it out to figure out that it's neither. Yeah, you would, because the difference here is 2.
But you get negative 1.
1 minus negative 1 is 2. But negative 1 minus positive 1 is negative 2. So they're not the same. You get the same ratio?
Yeah. Ratio's negative
1 divided by negative 1 equals negative 1 over 1. So it's not arithmetic, but what is it?
Geometric.
It would be geometric. Very good. And what would your ratio be?
Negative 1.
Very good. Good job.
Good job, Chris.
All right. Cut